Hey boxing fans, welcome to another edition of Boxing Barilla. I'm your host on Omega Iron Truth. With me today we're talking results. We're talking Roy Jones Jr. coming back, looking pretty spectacular in his comeback.
Yep.
Could have been a little better, could have got Anthony Henshaw out of there.
Definitely.
But he won 11 of 12 rounds on my scorecard.
10 for me, whatever.
10 for you.
Dominating performance.
Absolutely dominating performance. There are idiots out there, here and there, not many, but there are idiots out there saying that they thought Henshaw won.
Or that it was even close, which is ridiculous.
One of the judges, in fact, was quite an idiot in having it scored a draw if Jones wouldn't have had the knockdown.
Yeah, had it 114, 113 for Roy Jones without the knockdown.
Ridiculous.
Would have been a draw. Unbelievable. So Jones, he was throwing combinations, which was very good for the first time in a while.
119, 108 was my final.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
just
some good combinations. Not enough of them though.
Yeah.
Not enough. I would have liked to have seen more. He's clearly lost a step or two.
Yeah, getting back into his rhythm more and more with each fight. It looks like this one was better than his last one.
Yep.
Definitely.
It was definitely better than his last one. The last one was decent.
Yep, and it was a better opponent this time also. So that was good. And he hurt Henshaw more than the one time. He did hurt him with
and the one time, that'd be my biggest criticism of this fight. He did not go after Henshaw at all.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, he didn't throw.
He didn't even hardly throw a punch after he knocked him down.
I don't think he did, actually, in the rest of the round. Maybe he did, like,
not
right
a
at the
meaningful
end.
one. Not one with bad intentions at all.
Nothing. I mean...
he completely, purposefully let him off the hook.
Yeah.
He claimed after the fight he needed the rounds.
Yeah, wow.
I tend to believe that part of it, he just doesn't want to knock people out.
I don't know why. But,
I don't either.
I mean, he had 11 rounds right there. I think that's plenty. And you can get a knockout. Please take it from now on.
Yes, especially Roy Jones right now.
Yeah,
you need everything you can to redeem yourself.
Absolutely.
So, and a knockout will definitely go further than a decision.
Yes, anytime. And especially with you.
Especially right now.
Since you're known as being cautious and stuff like that. So... But anyway, great performance. Countered off the ropes very well. Blocked basically everything, pretty much. So.
And also on the undercard, we had Oscar Diaz, which thankfully ended in a round. Headbutt. Bad gash.
Yeah.
Thankfully it was over, though. Also, Derek Gainer, Jones's friend. Got a split decision over Carlos Navarro. Didn't score this fight, didn't hardly watch the fight.
No.
He won supposedly controversial. Whatever.
Who cares, really?
There were other fights on there, not even going to bother mentioning those. Giovanni Lorenzo fought again, off TV again. Got a third round TKO again.
Knocked the guy down 4 times, I believe. The guy was game from what we read on the...
And then it was game over for him.
Yeah, absolutely. So, whatever.
Also, Raul Martinez fought.
Yeah.
5th round TKO.
Undercard also. Not shown.
Not shown.
Yep. And also Andre Ward on the card, not shown. 3rd round.
A lot of these we're naming just because it was a lot of notable-ish names, at least.
Up-and-coming people, definitely.
Henry Crawford got a 1st round knockout, a 1-punch fight. You would have thought they could have shown that if they were going to show a highlight. How do you show a highlight of a 1-punch fight without showing the whole fight? They'd figure out how. But
somehow,
also John Duddy fought on pay-per-view if you were really hard up.
Yeah,
I missed it.
We didn't see it.
Didn't see this one. Duddy got a 10th round TKO over Furlan, I think the guy's name was.
Furlan, whatever. Yeah, so.
Good for him. Also,
this was in Ireland, I believe. His first fight in Ireland.
Also, Fernando Montiel off TV. He's no longer with Golden Boy. Don't blame him. He got a 10th round TKO. He left Golden Boy. They claimed they were giving him fights. Well, obviously there were fights he didn't want. They were horrible fights. It was stuff like Zeke Gorez.
They weren't doing too good for him. So
No.
He got away. Not that this is working out too much better so far, but at least he's fighting.
Yep.
On a consistent basis, it looks like.
And also Andre Ward, Olympic medalist, fought.
Third round knockout.
Third round knockout for him.
Yeah, not shown.
Also not shown.
That's 4 fights right there, not shown.
Vasily Girard fought.
Yeah.
Cruiserweight, back at cruiserweight, got a second round knockout, I think, over, second round over Kenny Craven.
Yeah.
The guy that's lost to everyone at cruiserweight.
Yeah. Calvin Brock fought him once also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
so.
And Tony Thompson got a 5th round TKO over Krasnicki in a WBO heavyweight title eliminator. So now he'll be the mandatory for
the winner of
Shagayev Ibragimov winner.
So great fight in there.
Yep. All kinds of great fights there.
Definitely.
But also Malcolm 10 got knocked out in 5 rounds by the Dimitrenko guy. I think that would be a perfect fight for Holyfield to take next.
Yeah.
So that he could get possibly a shot at the WBO title as well.
And give that guy his first loss in the process, so whatever.
But the huge mega fight between Steven Levano and Nicky Cook finally happened.
Yeah, that's what we were waiting for the whole time.
11th round TKO for Levano.
Yeah.
Cook drops the WBO featherweight title. And Levano drops Cook 5 times in the fight. So, yeah.
Okay.
Mir Khan got a 8th round TKO when Willie Lemond didn't come out for the 8th. Lemond didn't come out for the 8th.
Actually didn't come out for the 9th.
Yeah.
They
for
did,
the 9th, after the 8th.
Yeah, they did complete the 8th round. Khan did get dropped.
Khan got dropped.
6th round, looked like it hit him right on the temple. He was staggered and, he got knocked down and he was wobbly for a little while. But he showed composure pretty good, especially at a young age. This was only his 13th fight. And he came back in the 7th round, did some good work, and 8th round beat him up pretty bad and got him out of there. So
yeah, Lemond had about 30 fights under him.
Yeah, 28-1 was his record.
Okay, so this was his 30th fight.
Yeah, so that's the best guy Khan's fault, obviously, so far.
Yeah.
And this was for a minor title, so some kind of title.
British Commonwealth, I believe.
Something like that.
But anyhow, good for Khan at least going through this, at least still
early on, yeah.
So also, Matt Skelton got a majority decision win over Michael Sprott. And not really mentionable fight, but oh well, I mentioned it.